Hello everyone, Samara here, your local real estate broker, community cheerleader, and love and host of Local Love Fridays. And I get the privilege of going out to meet some amazing people, present company included, and talk about the things they do in this community, the programs they're a part of, whether they're a nonprofit or a business or an organization. And today I'm here with none other than Coach Keith Anderson. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And he is, guys, I didn't know this existed in Jackson. There's a semi-pro football team called Militia.
Jersey Militia, yep, football.
Jersey Militia Football, right? So I lived in Jackson for a very long time. Tell me more about Militia Football.
Well, it formed a few years ago by Bill Morrow. And then it ended up being a one-year program, and then I got asked to coach, and then I came on 2 years ago, and then we've been doing it since then.
I like it, but it doesn't just stop there for you. So you actually go way back. You've been coaching for quite some time now. So like you've almost been coaching since you got out of college. You played football in college too, right?
Yes.
All right. So what made you say, you know what, this coaching life's for me. I'm gonna go do this.
My senior year at Worcester State College, which is about 40 minutes outside of Boston. I played on the offensive line. And I think from that point on, after my senior year, and I got some awards for playing pretty well that season, I think I fell in love with that aspect of football. And then I had a great coach, Coach Cullen and Coach Talby, when I was there. And they kind of just opened up my eyes to wanting to coach. And from that point on, like I said, when I got back to Jersey in 2005, I just took off and started coaching.
Look at that. So I know you were coaching in Jackson for a little while. You're a local guy.
Yep.
I like it. They brought home quite a few championships. And so you were O-line then?
Running back coach, and then I became the offensive coordinator and O-line coach for a couple years. So,
I like
yep. So I had Coach K, then I had Coach Mistretta.
Nice.
And so I had two very great coaches that I love and respect, and that kind of helped me mold me into where I'm at right now, and I'm very fortunate.
So when you got that tap on the shoulder, hey Keith, you want to come coach this semi-pro grown men's league? I guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's adult men's league.
Yes.
I'm guessing 18 and over, right? So you gotta
Yes.
be okay. You have to be through college, or you can still play.
Yes, going to be like guys that actually not play college, so we don't mess up anybody's eligibility. So guys who are done, that are still looking to kind of still play football and have fun.
Stay in the game.
Stay in the game, and we go out there and we have fun. So we try to have practices and do those things that you would normally do when you were in high school. Mm-hmm. No matter what sport you played, you obviously had to practice.
This is true.
And we try to do that, and then try to go out there on Saturday and have fun and try to win. So
I like it. I like that a lot. So it's like this, you're bringing in the community, you're bringing in people who just love the game and it's not quite out of their system yet, and you guys get to kind of come together and start building this brotherhood. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, Jackson is, home to me. Obviously I'm from Montclair, East Orange, and obviously Toms River for many years, but these last 14 years have been Jackson. So, try to bring Jackson's a big sports town, no matter what sport it is, but obviously with wrestling and football, I think, and baseball, obviously, and we have some other good sports, with lacrosse and track and soccer too as well, but, football and wrestling are huge commodities in this town over the years, and I think trying to bring some of that flavor juice back into
some of that energy.
So, even though, you're in baseball season, when football's over, I cry. when the Super Bowl is over, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You get a little sad.
I shed a tear.
Might need a wubby.
I can't lie. I shed a tear. I'm upset when football's over, but this kind of gives me an opportunity to kind of stay in the mix in football until actually high school starts, which is obviously this week. Started. So
back in there again.
Yeah. So it's back to the grind for from now until November. So I'm looking forward to that. So
I like it. Awesome. People are grateful to have you as a head coach. Oh, actually, but let me forget, because first of all, congratulations is in order, because I heard you just got the NAE, right? FL.
Yep, NEAFL.
Coach of the Year, guys. 2025 Coach of the Year right here. Meeting with us, talking about football, strategy, the program. Like, kudos.
I appreciate it. Yeah, listen, like I said, I tell our guys all the time, it's not about me, it's about the players, and that's how I look at it. I'm only as good as my assistant coaches and the players, so It's really hats off to them because if they don't play well,
I like it. They make you look good. They make you look good. So I like it. So you're the head coach and you're in charge of the X's and O's?
Yes.
Break that down for me. So like, how do they communicate and teach them both the same thing at the same time?
You just separate, try to separate everything.
Yeah.
It's tough. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm going to say, it's got a
it's
little
tough
juggling
being the head
act.
coach. But again, because of my background in coaching high school football,
yeah,
you're able to, work with different position groups and things over the years. So you get a lot of knowledge in different areas. So for me, it's become, second nature to be able to work with quarterbacks, running backs, offensive line, receivers. So it's a little bit of everything. It's just not, you're just coaching this. No, you got to have your hands in kind of the whole entire cookie jar, not just grabbing the cookie.
Right.
You got to put your hands
all in there,
and try to, get guys to come together, obviously, as one common goal. And obviously, that's the win. So if you could do that, you're good.
That's awesome. And obviously, people are seeing it because you did get named Coach of the Year. So I'm guessing you're doing something right over there, right?
I'm trying.
Well, thank you for dedicating your time.
Trying.
This is from what I heard from other players. It's like you're breathing life back into a game they thought they were done playing.
Yeah, I mean, some guys, get the itch that they want to come back out and, want to play. So we try to offer them something, family atmosphere. I'm real big into that. I think Jackson solidifies like family. Like it's regardless of things that might be going on now in the town as far as change and things of that nature, but Jackson's still family. So that's what I have been raised to, my upbringing is all about, obviously, putting God first, but also obviously football and family in that order.
Yeah.
Or other way, family faith football, excuse me. So
I love it.
So I try to put all that into one pot, and I try to do that in the atmosphere for the players so we can have fun. That's all. Like, listen, I respect that they have families too as well as mine. As well, having a big family, so I understand everybody's time is valuable. So we just want to bring that family atmosphere. Let's have fun.
And that's the real part of it, though. I love it. It's all about the fun part, right? So like we're Jacksonites. So on some level, it's always like there's that sense of community for a really big part of it for a really long time. And I love how you guys are doing it. So like I've heard some things about game days. So game days, are people like getting there early and doing the whole, so I'm in real estate, right? So curb appeal is big for me, right? So they have these fields they're playing at that are actually pretty nice. So which fields are you guys at?
We've used the Holman Field.
Okay.
Which is the Field of Dreams, NYF Field. And then we've used the Justice Complex, which is awesome, and we have a great relationship with the Recreation Department and obviously Jeff Holton and Mike Giorgiano, and those guys are awesome. Obviously, I've known them because of the players that they have sent up to us throughout the years at Jackson Memorial. So I have a great relationship with them, and obviously Jackson Recreation as well through the township. So it's awesome to be cool with those guys, and obviously them to be able to share with us,
give you some access to those fields.
Access to the fields, and be able to give something back. And some people are going to watch soccer games, and some parents are like, I don't want to watch soccer, I'm gonna go ahead and watch football game. My kid's playing soccer, which is funny. I find that funny. I'm like, you're supposed to be watching your kid play soccer, not watching us.
I love my kids.
But some people actually come over and will watch the football game while they're out there on the soccer field. So it's pretty good. I love it. I
like it. And these are some of the newer fields in Jackson, the nice ones that have been redeveloped. And I'm imagining now, so rewinding a little bit, the tailgating parts of these nice green, fields. They're
turf.
They're turf, so they're gorgeous. And then you have these, barbecues lined up, and you're just
so we have like a little area for us in the parking lot, so we don't get anywhere near the turf.
Keep it nice and clean.
Keep it clean. Make sure when the game is over, we clean the sidelines and the bleachers, because we don't want to leave it. We want to leave it like when we first got there. So we want to keep it clean. So we'll do that once the game is over and all that. But we sell food and that kind of stuff.
It's like a good fun day.
Yeah. Fire department's awesome with Mr. Grossman and
so even the community comes involved. The fire department comes out. Local.
Mr. Roush will come, or Mr. Grossman will come, depending on where we're at. We're at Holman. Mr. Grossman will come. If we're at the Justice Complex.
Yeah.
Mr. Roush will come, and they'll just make sure our Our tailgating stuff is good, and then we'll just have like the normal stuff like hamburgers, hot dogs, nothing.
So you're thinking like locations and no steaks or anything crazy like that.
No, I wish.
All right, but I know y'all do it afterwards though.
Yes.
That community part, right? So one of the things I was gonna ask you was like, some of these guys are like grown men, right? So they have like this work-life balance. Like as a coach, how do you kind of build this infrastructure to help foster that?
Well, the biggest thing for me is trying to, again, family. So we try to preach that. So my biggest thing is I invite guys back to my place, and we just try to have a family atmosphere. I think that guys feel relaxed. I want the players to bring their significant others or their kids, because again, we're preaching family, so we have to have everybody. So we invite them back, and we'll have food, and we'll order food or things of that nature.
I like it. They all have a party over at his house afterwards. Yeah. I like it. So I think about it, and I think about like anything you're involved in, like having the support of your significant other, your spouse, people that you're involved with, and that brings me back to his number one super fan, my girl. I see you, Joey, probably over there in all the games. What?
Yeah, listen. I don't care anybody says that, whether husband or wife, whatever they do, even if not sports, you always need support
for sure.
of your significant other and obviously your kids and your family in general. I think that's so important to have support from them to kind of make things easier. And obviously they gotta like what you do. Yeah. Sometimes some people,
and you're at odds, like dividing time to make everybody happy.
But when you love, obviously with her recreational background and obviously my sports background, just loving football and other sports that I've been involved in, it makes it so much easier.
I love it. Check out all the games.
Yeah. I mean, we've gone everywhere. We've gone to Reading, we've gone to
it.
Baltimore, we've gone
all the places.
Everywhere, but again, it's always about family.
Yeah.
And we just have a great support system with our ownership and their family, and obviously we try to pour that onto the players. And I just want the players to come and be a part of something special and have fun. Like at the end of the day, no matter what, you want to have fun. No matter what you're doing.
No matter what you're doing, you want to have fun. It's got to be fun. It's got to be 100% fun. And then I'm even thinking like when you were coaching over in the Jackson area, I remember the stories like she'd make like trays of empanadas. Like you'd have all the boys over after the game. Like it's just that big sense of like brotherhood.
It's almost like Team Mom.
Yeah.
It's like Team Mom.
And you're never done.
Yeah. No. She's like Team Mom. So she loves it. We love it.
So kudos to the real supporting staff.
Yes.
We see you.
Yes.
But yeah, my hubby, I see you too. But the reality is I love what you guys are creating over there. And you're saying you took over the team about 2 years ago.
Yes.
And you've improved the record.
Yes.
Tell me what it was like when you started.
You know what? I just was given an opportunity to coach.
There you go.
Given an opportunity to coach, and then before you know it, I was the head coach, and then I took a team all the way to the championship. Unfortunately, we lost.
Oof.
But we did very well all season, and we lost to the same team twice. One in the regular season, one in the championship, and then again to this season we were undefeated, and then we lost to a team that we beat during the regular season. They beat us in the championship game, and unfortunately, I hate to say it again, the same two plays that beat us last year.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
Beat us again this year.
Oh,
so
man.
To say I'm bitter Betty right now is an understatement. But
oh no!
You got to live and learn.
Do they have to run laps? Like, what do you do to them afterwards? Like, what's the play for that? Like, my heart's broken for you right now.
Yeah, I'm bitter Betty right now just talking about it.
On the same play?
Same play last year.
Play.
We had a block field goal, and we had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So we had two special teams. So we always preach offense, defense, special teams. A third of the game, and it's always the defense and offense usually take care of themselves, but it's always a third one, which is the least forgotten. It's like almost in basketball, everybody watches when the ball hits the rim and nobody's boxing out.
Oh, that's the worst. That makes me mad.
And then you know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where you teach the fundamentals, and is that one part of the game that guys somehow in the most crucial part of the game leaves out, and then again going back to the basketball analogy. You get the offensive rebound when it should be the defensive rebound, and that could be
the game. That's the game.
You know what I mean? So for us, that's what happened to us 2 years in a row. So I am praying to the good Lord that we can get back to that
I can see
again.
what practice is going to look like.
Yes, so I'm definitely going to be a big emphasis on
fundamentals.
special teams.
Special
and
teams.
More fundamentals.
I love it.
Yes.
That's reality, though. We do that too for basketball. So you guys already know we have Hustle Academy. Coach Sarah's always telling them. I tell my son and my daughter, it's like, you got to box out. I tell my son more than my daughter, but and then go after the ball, right? It's the little things for me. The little things for me. All right, well that's probably not the, it sounds sad. It's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
So give me a good scenario, something great that happened for you guys over the season. Like what's like a standout play that happened hey.
I think every game was tough. Like when you're undefeated. So I think. When you're undefeated, I think every week that you continuously win, regardless if it's by 20 or by 1, every team is coming to give you your best shot. So I think for us to be able to do what we did for those 8 games was
proud of you. Nice
unbelievable.
Job.
So
I like it.
But again, still it doesn't matter because I try to tell everybody, gotta live in the moment. If you don't win the big one when it matters, and when you have that opportunity,
gotta get it again.
Not saying that it goes,
unnoticed.
It's unnoticed or it's in vain, but all the hard work you put into that season, and it kind of brings me back because I'm a Pats fan, and it's that undefeated
it's okay, I'll let them stay
Patriots season, the undefeated Patriots season. I was there for the season finale in 2007 when they beat the Giants. I think it was 38-35, if I'm not mistaken, and it didn't matter because when they played the Giants, when it really mattered on the big stage, we didn't win, and that undefeated season kind of went in the toilet. So for me, I feel the same way with this season. We did all that to not win when it really mattered. So for me, we got to regroup.
You got to regroup
and
rebuild.
Try it again.
Assess some things. And you want to end when it matters.
When it matters. That's it.
Everything all matter. I hate losing. I'm big. I'm an athlete, so for me, I don't like to lose.
I'm with you.
I don't like to lose anything.
No, I'm with you. I hate me either. I'm definitely a sore loser, but
I got you. It's definitely a rebuilding season. I love it. So here in Jackson, real estate, we do a lot of things that we're pertain around the community, right? So we're very big on that part. What are some of the things that you guys are involved in locally? I think I've seen you guys on the cleanup with me, right?
Yes, we're planning on doing the cleanup. That's coming up soon. We haven't solidified anything yet with Jackson AYF as far as trying to do a camp with them, but we want to
great idea.
Do some things in the future with them. And we want the other nonprofits and people in the community to come out support the games. Anything that we could do to support you is important. And again, it goes back to what we have previously said. We always talk about family and everybody helping everybody. I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Everybody helping one another, and I think that's what makes things a lot better.
Absolutely. I love that. So we guys already know that we do a lot of the community cleanups in Jackson. They offer it twice a year, 3 times a year, and they assign you a street, and you have to go out there, whether it's raining or sunshine or hot as Flip, because we're going to do it in June. We have June coming up, right? And you have to clean the street. They assign your street, but you don't know the street is for the week up. It's like a surprise. Some streets are worse than others. So I'm hoping for you that you have a better street than we do. No. Okay, I hope they're equally great.
Depending on what you get, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I know. One time we got a road that was one of the main roads, and there was just so much trash. And I had my players picking up stuff, Hustle Academy, my foundation. It was a lot, but we're doing it for our community, right? We're giving back. We're keeping our community clean, and we're volunteering at its finest. So good for you guys. I think you guys are going to be out there doing that.
Yep.
And I like that part. And I think that the thought around doing some clinics for our youth, that is awesome. Now, when you're doing your feeder program, do any of your former players come join your team or try out for the team?
We've had a few in the past come out and play. Some other teams that I have been a part of, they've come out and play. But none recently. Okay. But in the past, we've had a few.
That's pretty
but
good.
Yeah, like I said, once these guys graduate college or high school and they start lifing, as I say,
life be lifing.
Start having families and kids and jobs and traveling for jobs and things of that nature. I think kind of football is one of those things that either they can do or they can't. So I always, like I said, talk about take care of your family first.
Always.
Obviously financially and being there for your significant others. that are in your family. And if you can play football, great. If you can't, I respect that because that's part
good.
of life.
It's priorities.
Part of
They
life.
can change when you get older, and that's pretty cool. And I know you have a pretty interesting makeup on your team. You have age ranges from like early 20s to, I think, who's your oldest player on the team?
60. It was my
God, you can still play when you're 60.
Yeah, my low key federal agent. Yeah, so I gotta just keep that. keep that. I won't say his name, but
be afraid.
Yeah, but he's very great guy, humble guy. So you wouldn't even know that he's even that because that's just how kind of person he is. He's down to earth guy, but awesome guy. But guys still want to play and stay active. So
it's never too late.
It's never too late to come out. And like I said, we start in November. We'll probably have a meeting, and then we'll a team meeting to kind of get everybody together.
I like it.
And then we start like a little bit of OTAs for a couple weeks before we get into the new year, and then we kick off. And before you know it, I mean, it's crazy how time is flying by. It's already next week. We're already going to 4th of July already.
Wow.
So it's like before you know it, I hate to jump ahead, but
it'll be there. So
it'll be here before you know it.
And
so
you guys run March to June?
And we're March to June.
March to June.
And then and then that's it. And then they, there's other guys that will either go back to doing what they were doing before. Some guys actually continuously play.
Yeah.
And there's summer ball actually that goes to the fall. So it's a lot.
This is eye-opening for me because I've been in Jackson for quite some time and I didn't even know that we had a semi-pro team in Jackson for football. So I love what you're doing. So thank you for bringing that to our community and giving guys the opportunity to keep playing the game that they love. Like my husband keeps trying to play basketball. I see you, baby. But at some point though, it's good to keep your body moving. It's good to be involved. It makes them happy. It's the way to go, right? So you can't be mad at that.
Listen, man, the knees don't do what they used to do. So
that's the only thing he says.
That's it.
I think he can still dunk though. I think he can still dunk.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope so.
Now we got little Danny, little country.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But at the end of the day, we appreciate all the things that you're doing. And I'm looking at your team and your logo right here. He's going to give me a shirt. That's my free thing. I got to make sure we get a shirt. You got to check out the site. If your team could have a logo, would that be it?
We try to do something military.
I like it.
Like I said, I have family members in the military. So obviously we love our... no matter what branch you're from, we love the military, obviously.
Thank you, veterans.
We love that. So I think when Bill made the team, he was all about trying to make something that represented military. So the militia kind of fit to something he was trying to do. So
I like it.
He went with it, and obviously we carried it over, and I love it. So we have all kinds of colors with green and camouflage and those type of things. So I love that. And it's been working, so
I can't wait to check out a game. Yeah. I'm gonna check out a game. I'm gonna get there in time for the tailgating. It's in the winter, guys, so I'm gonna make sure I'm dressed really. Spring. Okay, spring. Good. You said December, and I was
that's for OTAs. But I'm saying when we get
to
you already told me you don't like the cold. So I'm a January guy, so I love the cold weather. So we start in March, so right before we get right to the spring, that's when we kick off, and obviously as we keep going through March into April, into May, it starts to get warmer, so it's good stuff. So.
How do people find you? How can we find you? You guys are on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, New Jersey Militia Football.com.
Website.
Yep.
Got it.
And you can go on there and you can, look at the things that are on the site. You can actually put an inquiry in guys that want to play. So again, it's New Jersey Militia Football.com.
I like that. Guys who still want to get back in the game, who didn't realize they had semi-pro teams that do this kind of stuff. Look it up. Look it up. I'll post it right here.
Why I call it men's minor league football.
Men's minor league.
Because I always say there's nothing semi and nothing pro about what we're doing.
You're having fun.
But we're having fun. So I try to get away from that persona of semi-pro because
not too bad.
There's nothing semi and nothing pro about what we're doing.
I love it.
But we want to have fun, and we obviously want to give back to community, and we want to make it family-based. So
that's good stuff.
We try to stay away from that. So we always say minor league football. So I want to say all my old guys that loved back in the day to go to YMCA and play basketball early in the morning.
There it is.
This is your type.
This is for you.
We want to try to make it a little bit more organized than that.
A whole league.
But the ultimate base of me saying that is having fun. We can have fun.
Having fun.
We're good.
Speaking of fun, before I let you go, what is your favorite pre-game song? What do you guys think?
I like a little Wayne uproar.
Wait, how does that go? I almost got him, guys. I almost got him. He was like, wait, are you about to do it?
No.
Right now? All right, don't worry, we'll play it for you guys.
No.
But either way, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you for coming out and showing a little bit of love. Guys,
Anytime.
these people are giving back huge to the community. They're showing up. They're creating environments so people can come be part of a brotherhood, become part of the community environment. Check it out. Watch a game. If you haven't been to one yet, get there. I'll be there now that I know about it. So best kept secrets. Don't like secrets. Let's make it a thing. Check it out, guys. Thanks for coming, Keith.
Thank you.
Bye.